what are some of your favorite ways and methods for capturing first-party data from consumers for your brand?
I think that a simple Google form is still
Okay.
one of the best ways to get that quickly and painlessly. I find that having people that are really like good with their hands and willing to input this information for people like quickly and politely and without making it a task, like that is a pretty involved role on site. And people, if you pass off an iPad or some kind of like digital device to someone, a lot of the time they won't want to do that. They won't want to give their information. They won't want to go through the motions and fill in all of those like fields. But if you have someone that's willing to do that for them, that's just conversationally asking them, what's your name? What company are you with? Would you mind if we got an email address to follow up about insert thing that is definitely relevant to them, so it doesn't seem like we're just tossing them on the list to receive, 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 emails a week. People don't really want to get spammed, but if you can make it clear that it's going to be relevant to them and that it's worth connecting about, I think it's so much easier to walk people through that process. So I always encourage people to honestly just be hospitable and willing to, do the legwork for people. So there are other ways to capture that data. There are apps, countless apps. You can create your own app, you can brand it, you can do whatever you feel is necessary. But I think a Google form that's just queued up and ready to be, submitted and refreshed is totally sufficient.
Yeah,
and those things go really cleanly over to a spreadsheet where you can work with the data. That's my favorite way. But I also highly encourage like social follows. It's really easy to get people to whip out their phone and just offer them something small for following the brand. Most of the time they'll remain followers. So that can really pay off too.
Yeah, agreed. When you're doing this too, you should definitely have a marketing opt-in message that they check. So not only do you capture their name, email, phone number, but then you also got their permission to advertise them, advertise to them long term. So that's a key thing to remember. There's a lot of laws around this that if they don't opt in, you can actually get fined for sending someone a text message. And it's $15,000, I believe, per text message. So it's not something you want to mess it around with. So definitely make sure that you're compliant when you're doing this, that you're getting the opt-ins. And I know companies like Spring Big, Alpine IQ, Happy Cabbage, I know they have forms that you can just embed on a page or a website. So instead of even managing these client details, they can just directly go into your CRM. So you skip that step of the spreadsheets and everything too. So like whatever you can do to capture customer information, but also you need to be aware of the privacy concerns and everything kind of going on nowadays. And people have to opt into everything.